Hello everybody, my name is Baylor from the B&B Tavern, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tavern Talk. We have a very awesome special guest for you. I'm going to let him introduce himself because of how magical he is.
Hi, I am the Fiery Joker, also known as Josh Scorcher, also known as Firebrand, I have many names, I just realized.
So many titles. How many titles do you have in total?
I don't know.
There's so many you can't count. We can make a whole, collage t-shirt thing that just has all the titles of Josh. That would be beautiful. But welcome to the show, Josh. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you as our first top tenor reviewer person on our show. So it's a real... We made a milestone.
We prefer the term countdown artists.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. I will now refer to the term countdown artist, my good man. Well, recently you did do also a recent stream of 3.5 D&D, which was pretty cool. And you recently did. Why don't you explain a little bit more of what you do on your channel?
What's some fun things I do on my channel? Well, I make top 10 videos. Which are basically I pick a topic and I basically do 10 little editorials on each games or something in those games that relate to that topic. And I count down what is the best and the not as best in each topic. Also, I like to review the show My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. It's fun.
It is a happy show.
It's just kind of fun. It's just kind of fun to make fun of, because it's not. That doesn't mean it's a bad show. It's just that there's a lot of just a lot of jokes to be made. But I've also dabbled into the voice acting scene, and yeah, that's actually starting to get some traction. My name has been getting out there. So I was actually helped cast the the Zelda Universe Twilight Princess fan dub.
Wait, what role are you?
Oh no, I'm not in there. I helped cast it.
Oh, I'm in it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Small worlds. I didn't realize that. That's cool. So you know Alex as well.
Yeah, Alex is actually he's one of my editors, and he's also my script doctor.
That's so wow. Ladies and gentlemen, worlds are small, but the internet may be huge, but in the end, worlds are small. Speaking of small worlds, let's talk about a mythological, I don't know, I was trying to say something clever, punny, but I couldn't think of it. A mythical one, the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I got my beautiful player's handbook right here, and Mr. Josh is going to create a beautiful character that's going to come into live of everyone. And are you ready to create your first character in 5e?
Well, in 5e, yes. I've already created 3 characters in 3.5, but yeah, let's do this.
It's time to shake things up here. We're going to go up a notch by 1.5. There we go. I was good at math one day. So, starting off with the races, I'm going to run down a list of races from the player's handbook, and whatever you would like explained more, there are sub-races within the races, and I will be happy to explain whatever you need. So just tell me which catches your fancy, alright?
Alright.
So, we have a dwarf, we have elf, we have the classic halfling, human, of course, a dragonborn, a gnome, a half-orc, and a tiefling.
Alright, repeat all of them, please.
Not a problem. You have the dwarf, you have the elf, you have the halfling, you have the good old human, dragonborn, gnome, half-elf, half-orc, and then tiefling.
Huh. I don't believe I've done an elf yet, so why don't we try that?
Okay, now as an elf there is wood elf and high elf and then drow.
Uh, hmm.
Now, what would you say plays to your liking, your preference?
Hmm.
And I can read on more information of what they are about if you would like.
All right. Well, what's the difference between a wood elf and a high elf?
Okay, so a high elf, you have a keen mind and a mystery of at least the basics of magic.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, mastery, not mystery. My bad. In many of the worlds of D&D, there are two kinds of high elves. One type which includes the gray elves and the valley elves of Greyhawk, and then it's hot. They are also haughty and reclusive, believing themselves to be superior to non-elves and even other elves.
Hmm.
A wood elf, if I can find the tab for that, is here. As a wood elf, you have keen senses and intuition, and your fleet feet carry you quickly and stealthily through your native forests.
All right. Let's try a high elf.
You want to be a high elf, all right.
All right.
You are obviously superior to everybody else, which is what this does. Now, do you want to be a male?
Yes. It's too weird playing as a female.
Fair enough.
Too.
I just have to be a Pokemon professor and just make sure that I know your gender. um,
Uh,
Now, how tall do you want to be?
well, let's see. I don't know. Do I want to be tall? That get that kind of thing, or do I want to have my character to have a Napoleon complex?
That would really play up more with a high elf. That would be so. I
Yeah,
am a
let's make it.
high elf,
Let's
but
yeah, let's make him about like
4'2".
4'11", 4 foot set, like 4'8".
4'8". Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, four
Uh,
4'8". He's got a Napoleon complex.
This is perfect, especially when he's a high elf. This just makes it even more. I am
Ironic.
superior in race, and I am also superior in height. Um, Now, is he like a skinny little guy, or is he like a stout guy? Like, how much does he weigh?
Hmm. I don't. I think he'd be like fair. Being an elf, I figured he'd be like. I figured he'd be skinny at least. Well, not too skinny, so I'm not entirely sure what's a good weight for like a 4'8" guy.
Probably like maybe. Good question. I think maybe like 130 or 140, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
Because he's like, if he's skinny, there's not really much to him. He's just like a little 5 pound weight. Now, what is his alignment? That I know you know naturally. Is he an evil guy or?
Hmm. I actually think I think it'd be funny not only if he had the Napoleon complex, but I think it'd be funny if he tries to help people when they don't want it.
We all know the person too well. Um,
It's like, don't worry. This is a gift from me to you. I'm going to teach you how to be. I'm going to teach you how to be superior, whether you want to or not.
I'll teach you how to be popular.
Gosh, that would be that. This would be a fun character to play. Oh my
This is
gosh.
amazing. This is the best. This is how to be really nice, but also a jerk to the party. And they can't. And then like you can't be faulted by the DM. DM's going like, come on, you can't be a jerk. No, I'm just helping. I swear. So is he like neutral good
Hmm.
or is he chaotic good because he just forces to help everybody?
Uh, I think he'd probably be lawful good because he kind of BS's like, well, it's part of a standard. We all must adhere to a standard.
Oh yeah, that's quite true. That is quite true. Now here's the thing. Now here's the other question. Here's the big question: is what class is he? I'm gonna run down the list of classes, and you let me know what says to you this character, this amazing character. That I'm. This is already one of my favorite characters of season 2 already. This is amazing. Um, there's barbarian, there's bard, there's cleric, there's druid, there's fighter, there's monk, there's paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Hmm. He'd probably be, I guess he'd probably be a cleric. He wouldn't want to dirty his hands.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now but there is also like the thing though that like if you're a bard, you already know mage hand right off the bat, and mage hand does everything for you, so you don't have to touch anything.
Hmm.
It's an invisible hand that just moves things for you.
I've already made a bard, so why don't we try cleric?
Oh, okay, awesome. Now there is a couple of types of clerics. Do you want to be? I gotta run down a little bit. You want to be a life? Do you want to be arcana? Do you want to be knowledge? Do you want to be light? Do you want to be nature? Do you want to be a tempest? Do you want to be a trickery? Or do you want to be a war?
Well, let's see. Gameplay wise, I like playing as a sort of like red mage character. Let me try and find you what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. It's like this is really kind of like the way I like to play games. So let me just copy.
But as your character, out of curiosity, what would you choose for that?
Yeah. Well, I'm not entirely sure. It's like gameplay wise, what would be? It's like I sent you something over Skype.
Oh, okay. I would say like because of the way he is, he likes to force his help on people. He would be like a knowledge cleric.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like here's the kind of thing I like to do. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's like the red mage.
Yeah.
It's like that's typically how I like to play games.
Fire, cure.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, let's see. As a life cleric, I know for a fact that you get to shoot flames as a cantrip, and you cure automatically.
All right.
So that would be probably the closest to red mage.
All right. But would that fit the character though? Is the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like I feel like because he forces help, knowledge, like a knowledge cleric would be like, oh, I know everything. Don't worry, I'm a knowledgeable cleric.
Yeah. What the heck? Let's do that.
All right, cool. Knowledge. It is knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse rock up in here, yo. Man.
Junction. What's your function? Gosh dang it! That's the only one I remember.
Oh, there's so many good ones. Personal favorite of mine is the math one. I love the math ones. Like the really like number 5 is really jiggy. Do you know do you know any of the number ones?
Nope.
Did you only watch the grammar ones?
I only watched the grammar ones.
Okay. What was your favorite grammar one? Was it conjunction or was it something else?
That's the only one I remember, so that's my default.
Fair enough. Verb, that's an action. Let's see. Now for background, would he have been a acolyte, a charlatan, a city watch, a clan crafter, a cloistered scholar, a courtier, a criminal, an entertainer, a faction agent, a far traveler, a folk hero, a guild artisan, a hermit, inheritor, a knight of the order, a mercenary veteran, a noble, an outlander, a sage, sailor, soldier, urban bounty hunter, urchin, something tribe member, and a Waterhavian noble. This is a lot, so I can repeat whatever you want.
Could you like copy and paste it into the Skype chat or something?
That is a great idea. One day, we'll. Oh nope, I can't do that. That's not a power I have with this program. I can reread it for you slowly.
Okay. All right, I'll just like try to write ones down that look interesting. That sound interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you have an acolyte,
Okay.
a charlatan,
Mm-hmm.
city watch.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, clan crafter, cloistered scholar, courtier, criminal, entertainer, faction agent, far traveler, folk hero, guild artisan, hermit, I don't know how to spell that. No, how to say that. Inheritor. Knight of the Order, a mercenary veteran, a noble, an outlander, a sage, a sailor, soldier, urban bounty hunter, urchin, something tribe member, and a watered Havian noble.
All right, the ones that immediately caught my eye are cloistered scholar, noble, and sage.
Okay. Now, as a noble, now just so you know, each of these give you 2 proficiencies in skills.
Okay.
But since we're going for more for character, what would your character be? Like, what would be his background that would make him the high elf Napoleon complex knowledgeable cleric that we know all and love today?
Well, I think he'd be fun. I think it'd be interesting. Like, he's kind of a noble who probably got picked on a lot because of his size.
Sure.
But he'd be. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be funny if it just but he's been only in the nobility for so long that when he actually gets down to meet the common folk, he's like, "Oh my gosh, all of you are suffering. I should help you."
Especially with like a cleric, it's just like everybody needs to heal from this awful clothes.
Yeah, it's. I think it'd be funny. It's like, but because he was like picked on because of his size, he knows what it feels like to be, to be looked down on, literally. Sure. he knows how it is. So I think that would be it. I think that would be it.
I think that's a very legit thought process. I will set him as noble with a noble and being a high elf of superior top 10 artists. You are proficient in history, which makes sense because I assume, like, how much time do you go into like doing some like digging and history research to make your top 10s?
Well, I do a lot of. It's like TV tropes is the best. TV tropes is the best. It really does help with writing, and so does a lot of. Wikipedia is also nice. It's nice to see some good. I like how Wikipedia like summarizes stuff. It's a good template.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of times I also look on YouTube for like let's plays of the stuff. I like see like their like a couple of their perspectives.
Like what's the vibe on this game and such?
Yeah. Like what's this person vibe on this game? Like I search for like blind let's plays and let's plays by veterans of the game. It's interesting to get both perspectives. Like this morning I was actually looking through some blind let's plays of Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. And so when they actually came to the revisualization segments, which are a new segment that added to Dual Destinies, these guys are like, "Whoa, what the heck is this?" And then they start seeing it and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool! I love the way the light and the music and the text effects do it." And it's always very interesting. Yeah, it's really it's interesting. I know a lot of people like to look down on like reaction videos and stuff, but I find those very useful because it's a one-time thing. A reaction is a one-time experience,
and it also could help you figure out how a certain demographic feels to a certain thing.
Yeah, it's like when people do reactions to my videos, it's like I really value those. Are invaluable to me because I can say, "Oh, so they liked this part and they didn't like this part."
Oh, sure, yeah, it's like customer feedback.
Yeah, I love reaction videos. They help me a lot. They help me a lot, and a lot of them can be entertaining, as long as they're not just like sitting there and just going, "Ha ha."
That is true. It has to
Yeah,
be very
yeah, I will
insightful.
admit a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of these reactors aren't very good. But hey, in each genre, there's kind of a lot of them that aren't good.
Looking at you, fine bros. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Now, okay, so that's a very good skill to have, is doing a lot of history. You're very historical. You also are very good at perceiving things, and you're very persuasive. Natural born persuader. That seems like something your character would be. Very good at persuading, like, oh no, you need my help.
Yes.
Now, here's the question though. Do you want to be proficient? You have two other skills you can be proficient in. Do you also want to be proficient in insight, medicine, or religion?
Insight, medicine. What's insight?
Insight is like reading the body language of somebody, seeing if you can figure out if they're actually telling the truth or not, or if there's something deeper to their meaning. Like, maybe somebody saying, I'm going to go to the store now, is actually meaning, I want to get away from you.
Hmm. Given the guy's character, given that he likes to help, he'd probably go medicine.
Okay, true. You do have one other.
All right.
By the way, you are the first cleric of the entire show. Nicely
All right.
done. Yeah. Breaking the boundaries already.
Yeah, let's see. Why don't we? It's like every other character I have is proficient in religion. Let's do let's do what is it?
Insight.
Insight. Yeah.
Okay, your character's good at reading the body language of people.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. We need to know if you are. We have a point buy system, so basically you have 27 points. Everything starts off at the base of 8.
Okay.
And every even number, the modifier goes up. I assume you know this. This is something in 3.5, I assume.
No, it's not in 3.5.
Okay, cool. So basically 8 is a -1 modifier. 10
Okay.
is 0. 12 is +1.
Oh, okay.
So now you have 27 points. Each point.
Oh wait, that is a 3.5. My bad. I was thinking of something else.
It's all good. They're all so confusing. And like 4th edition was ridiculous because it was like one DM told me it was sort of like an MMO on paper. Because everybody could just teleport. Every class could teleport at level 8. This is ridiculous. It's like, stop moving! I need to hit you! So everything starts at the base of 8 except for intelligence and your dexterity because of your race and class modifier. So your dexterity is at 10, your intelligence is at a 9. So you have 27 points to spend. What would you like?
Okay, so so I'm guessing like these are the same 6 these are the same 6, like strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, constitution, charisma.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. Gonna want to put a few points in intelligence and charisma.
Okay.
Possibly wisdom as well.
You do cast through wisdom.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe a little more wisdom than intelligence.
Okay, so do you want to be like a 14 intelligence?
Probably, yeah.
That would give you a +2 modifier.
I have 27 points I can put down.
You are correct, sir.
All right, so why don't we start by just putting points in so that none of my modifiers are -1.
Okay, so just start putting things and make it all 10 right now.
Yeah.
This is the most strategic anybody's ever been on this show. This is most impressive. I like this. I like this a lot. I genuinely do. You have now 18 points.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so if I cast through wisdom, I'm gonna have that be my highest.
Okay, so at the highest you can have with your wisdom is a 15 because later on you can level up and it'll give you an ability score modifier to make that a +3 bonus.
Okay, good.
If you would like that, or would you like to just keep it at a 14?
15 is good.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so that means I have 13 left.
That's 11, actually.
Oh, 11? Okay. Uh-huh. Let me think. Um, so,
Distribution is harder than it looks.
okay, so I want my second highest. For cleric, I've never played a cleric before, so what would be more useful for a cleric? Like intelligence or charisma? Then again, clerics can turn undead, and that's a charisma-based skill, isn't it?
I think some clerics can. I think maybe a knowledge cleric could.
Hmm.
I would say Constitution's kind of vital.
Oh, why Constitution?
I think every class Constitution is vital for your hit points
Hmm.
because
Okay, so
that
put like 4 points into Constitution.
we can make it just a 12 and it'll be a +1. Or would
Yeah,
you?
sure, do that.
Okay, cool. That'll give you 9 points.
All right.
Probably a lot of your skills are charisma based, but like, well, actually, you know what? There is some intelligence stuff. You do have a lot of stuff that's proficient in intelligence.
Yeah, so why don't we split the remaining points between intelligence and charisma?
Okay, so let's see. I'll make a 14 here and a 14 here.
Okay.
And that's all your points.
Okay.
Your dexterity and strength is at 10. So you don't.
Well, if I'm gonna be in a party, it's not gonna it's that's not gonna be my job.
Yeah, you're not going to need to be dexterous. Unless
Yeah,
you're trying to run around the party and save everybody.
no, it's like that. It's I've learned very early on that's not my job.
Well, I mean, yeah, and also, like, clerics are, like, probably as a knowledge cleric, you could be a pretty good ranged healer, so you didn't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. And a lot of the spells that clerics have are very ranged.
Yeah.
So you're probably solid right off the bat. Okay, so now this is the exciting part. So you get a mace.
Uh-huh.
What are you gonna name the mace?
What am I gonna name my mace?
Windu? Are you gonna name it Windu? So that way you could have like a mace named Windu?
How dare you?
Ah, these great jokes right here.
How dare you? All right. Let me think.
How dare I? I will be quiet now.
Well, let's see. One minute. I need to look at a thesaurus for a second.
For a mace?
1 minute.
Oh my god.
I think I shall call my mace amelioration.
Amelioration.
Yes.
Can you explain the thoughts behind that?
It's basically it's ameliorate is to make something or become better. So basically, he's helping people become better.
With his mace?
That's I don't want to do this, clunk.
There, you're better. Blam!
It's like, I gotta pound the better into you.
Pound the better into you. That is a shirt. Make that a shirt right now. Somebody out there, do it. I'm gonna pound the better into you. That's the hashtag for this episode. Hashtag pound the better in you. But okay, so we have covered armor, we have covered the genders, we have covered the ages, we have covered. Oh, actually, you haven't covered age. How old is your character? Because elves lived a long time. They lived to be like 1,000.
What's considered like what's considered like young adult in elven years?
Probably like 75?
Make him 100.
Cool. Make it so.
Yeah.
100 years old, right on the dot. What did he do for his 100th birthday?
He set out into the world.
You know what? I've been in the same house for 100 years. Best get about. Go out
Yeah.
and smell the roses. And pound the better into people.
Yes.
That is the best line ever. Pound the better into you. There's meme. I smell a meme here. So, so we've covered everything. The only question is, I have one question left for you, Mr. Fiery Joker, top 10 artist, sir.
All right.
What is your name?
Sir Galahad of Camelot.
So, plagiarism. The great. Understood.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. What is the name? One minute. I need to look through a language translator.
Ooh, what language are we going for?
I think.
Mandarin. What are we going to do here? This is the name. This is where we make the show 45 minutes. Because I love it when like every show has like we speak to so many different like voice actors, and then you go like, oh shit, it's my character, I don't know what to name it. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man. Be sure while he's figuring out his name to go subscribe to the Fiery Joker, Josh Scorcher, because obviously you give so much nostalgia, like a lot of your top tens, like just go, oh yeah, I remember that. So hard. It's just like there's like in memory banks, and it got brought out the moment. Be sure to check out his top 10 educational. It's very educational. His educational game top 10 review. Hashtag education within education. Educationception. It's really good. What was your like? I know number one is like number one, but what is like a personal like favorite? You don't care how bad the quality is. Like, what was your favorite one?
For educational games.
Yeah, like was it the number one, or was it something else? Because I know like there's like you I assume that like based off of like the top 10 of that kind of stuff, you're not really biased. You just go like an assessing of like a standard for educational games. But there must have been one where you go like, oh my god, I loved this when I was a kid and I love it now.
Putt Putt.
Putt Putt? Which one?
Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. Friggin' love that game. So love that game to death.
Putt Putt is cool. Putt Putt was probably the least creepiest character of all the games they made. I did like Freddy Fish. Freddy Fish was my thing. That was my jam. I did try Pajama Sam, but there was like a talking boat in one of them, and like when I couldn't do it because like I was so sad when he told us his boat friend drowned. It was like so morbid. I was like, why is this in the game? But like, your number one was really good, which I won't spoil, but it was very clever. It's a good one. It's a good choice. Oh my gosh, this is heavy hardcore thinking here, folks. This is where people would cue the Jeopardy theme, but we like to have a channel still on the tubes, so we won't play it. But we'll see how Josh is doing. How are you doing over there, Josh?
I'm going with the last name first.
Ooh, okay, so it's pretty good. Very traditional. Very traditional. Yeah. This is how we do it here. Over on the
All
Tavern
right.
Talk.
Okay. Okay. I figured out what his last name is. Now I'm going to.
What is his last name?
One minute.
His last name is 1 minute.
You're funny.
I
You a
am.
funny guy.
Thank you. I try. Please accept me. um. So, all right. So this. I'm excited. I'm expecting greatness here. This is good. This is good stuff. This is where
Okay.
this stuff.
Okay. I figured out his. Okay. I figured out his name.
Okay. What is his name?
I'm gonna type it into the chat. It's Igolas Aldenik.
Whoa.
I'm gonna type it into the chat.
What is that from? What language is that?
I basically kind of threw some words into a Latin translator, and I kind of fudged them to make them sound more elvish. And it basically means I am very short. I like to take the J.K. Rowling approach when naming characters.
I am very short. Napoleon Complex, Superior Elf, Extraordinaire, Top 10 Artist is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we have birthed the first ever cleric, and he has a Napoleon Complex. This is perfect. So, with this, let's check out your PDF right now.
All right.
This is really exciting because we will be giving you a real playable 5th edition character sheet of your character.
Okay.
So that way you can have all the fun you want with telling people what to do. Because obviously, you know better.
Of course I do.
What would be his name? Not his name, but like what would be his voice?
Hmm. Let's let me think. Oh, it's why am I getting a certain what would be his voice?
You are a amazed. You are a voice actor after all, so I feel like you would be a natural at this. Oh my god. You are really historical, you're very incisive, you're really great with medicine, your perceiving and your persuasion is off the charts, yo. You got a pretty well balanced character. Really digging this dude. This dude is amazing. Oh, it is wisdom. Okay, good. I made it right. He does cast from wisdom. Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom. He has a good wisdom letter. So this is deep thought. This is where we get into the core of things. This is the cheese and bolts of this episode. This is what you got, Josh. Just lay it on me.
I'd have to say probably either Leonardo DiCaprio or Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh, Benedict. I like the idea of Benedict. Just like that. It's, like, you know, have you ever noticed like Benedict and Alan Rickman had sort of like the same voice?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But with that, Egolas Aldenik?
Yeah. Aldenik.
Aldenik is born.
Yes.
As the greatest 4'8" cleric in the world. Now, this is of noble family. It's interesting. So, here is your personal player sheet. And there we go. We have made, with legendary Josh Scorcher, his first ever 5th ed character. And I'm really excited for you to come into play with this. You know what I think would be great?
What?
Come back for the finale. Fight to the death with this dude. I think it would be great.
The finale? What?
So every finale we have some of our guests come back, and then they all fight each other to death, and it's fun.
Oh
And
dear.
you win a prize.
All right. Okay,
It's good.
interesting.
It's a good prize. It's a good prize. I would love to see this character go like, oh no, I'm gonna pound you better. What is it? Pound the better into you?
Yeah, pound the better.
Pound the better. Oh my gosh. Well, Josh Scorcher, I hope you enjoyed creating this Napoleon complex character.
Yeah, that was fun.
This was absolutely a treat and delight for me. Where can people find you on the good interwebs?
You can find me on my YouTube at Josh Scorcher, no space. You can also find me on Tumblr. I very often frequent Tumblr as Josh Scorcher as well. But I also have a Twitter, Josh Scorcher. Everything is Josh Scorcher. I'm the first one to take the name for all of them, so makes me happy.
I think it's also because it's a really unique last name. I've never heard the last name Scorcher.
Well, it's because my last name is actually Burner, so I thought it was clever.
That's actually really cool. Like I wouldn't, I thought that was a real last name. And Burner, it's close enough. I would have. I think your real, true artist last name. Like how like some celebrities like do iterations on spellings of things, or like they'll redo their names so that way they're the only one of that. I think
Yeah.
I think Josh Scorcher would be that. That's a
Yeah.
really cool name.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Check out top tens. Top tens are always good. Top 10 artists are the greatest. Josh Scorcher is one of the greatest of all time right now in our turn of the 21st century. If you like his stuff, you should. And if you like this stuff, D&D in general, check out his stream. And also check us out. We have a new show with Orion from the Phoenix Wright series and many other things like Draconian Knights. Joining us on Brewbusters with Corinna and a couple of other MLG Pro D&D players, which is a real thing. So with that being said, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, do whatever you want, have fun, have a great day, and we'll see you guys later. Josh Scorcher, thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Me.
All right. I see what's happening here. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Well, it's nice to see that fanboys never change. What can I say except you're welcome? I love that song so much.
Oh, what a sweet song. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Scorcher sang on my show. I've completed. This is the last episode, actually. This is just as good as we're gonna get. I'm gonna cancel all my other advice, but yeah, we'll see you guys on episode 13, season 2, Tavern Talk. Thank you guys so much, and thank you, Josh. Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.